Hey, what's up, guys? So this is the third video about this isomorphism theorem. So previous we proved in the first isomorphism theorem, which is this one, and another one is looks like very notation very easy to remember. G divided by k, or G quotient k is quotient h quotient k is isomorphic to G quotient h. This is third one. Okay, so second one is much more complicated. So let me just second isomorphism theorem. So this is similar like the Newton's law. Right? You have three equation, three law of motions. Well, second isomorphism theorem is the following. So you consider HK is a subgroup of G. So this is our condition. So let me just write down condition. And let's say H is a subset of normalizer of K. So what this condition means is that every element in H normalize K. So it's H, K, H inverse is K for every H belongs to H. And third one, not third one. So these are the two conditions. So now we can prove the following. So first one is that H intersection K is normal subgroup of H. Second one is that HK equals to KH, and they are both subgroup of G. The third one, which is K, is normalized in a normal subgroup of HK. So HK viewed as a set, but second item show that it's a subgroup. Finally, we have the similar isomorphism theorem H quotient. So you can see that H intersection K is a normal subgroup of H. So H intersection K as a quotient group is isomorphic to what? To this one, right? So HK quotient K. Okay, so now we need to prove one by one, so it's a little bit complicated, but hopefully you guys bear with me. And if you can stop the video, if you can just pause the video and think about it. Okay, so the first one. So the first one. Okay, so first one I just take H, right? So I want to show that H intersection K is a normal subgroup of H. So I just take any element in H, right? So for all element in H, so I compute H intersection K, H inverse. This is trivial. This is just H inverse intersection HK, H inverse. So this is H intersection with. So recall that NH is a subgroup of normalizer of K. So this is indeed K. I be using this condition. Okay, so this one is proved. Now the second one is HK equals to KH is a subgroup of G. Okay, so notice that we have HK, H inverse is just K, right? So okay, so HK is the same as KH. You can use this condition. Okay, so right, because this is true, so you can prove this. So this is actually the set of proving this set. Proving they are the same set is basically using symmetry. So the slightly non-trivial is proving subgroup. So I need to show that if I take xy in HK, I want to show that xy inverse is still in HK. So let's say this is H1K1, this is H2K2. So I should able to prove the following: H2K2 inverse, right? So this is H1K1, K2 inverse, H2 inverse. Okay, so now let me just insert it: H1, H2 inverse, H2, K1, K2 inverse, H2 inverse. So I just insert this. So if you see this, you can see this is H1, H2 inverse. So this is something belongs to H. And this one I use H2 K1 K2 inverse H2 inverse. So this guy is a H conjugates K, right? So this is actually it should be in H K H inverse. So this is in K by the condition. So this set final this elements in HK in HK. So this proves that HK is a subgroup. So we have this. So now let's talk about third one. So third one is saying that K is a normalized K is a normal subgroup of HK. So simple proof, just proof. So this is what we want to show, right? So I just take element as H1 K1, and let's say I take K here. So I want to compute H1 K1 K H1 K1 inverse, and then if I prove it's in K, then it's fine. Then we are done. So let's do this. And this is in K, right? But H normalized K, so this is in K. Done. So you can see this kind of proof is very trivial. I mean, if you understand step by step, then you can easily follow. So number 4, H intersection K is isomorphic to this. So number 4 is you need to construct the homomorphism, right? So you construct homomorphism H map to HK divide quotient K. So the naive map will be X mapped to XK. So let me just write as a set, right? So if you think of this as a set, HK, right? This element should be written as HK K. H in H, K in K, small k in K. But K is already in K, right? So that means so I don't need to write this. I can just write HK. So actually this set is basically called HK and H in H. So the mapping will be X mapped to XK. So every element H just put in front of this K. So this is homomorphism. So first you need to prove it's well defined. So let's call it phi. So this first one is phi is well defined. This one is easy. So why? Because this one is trivial because H is well defined because there's no quotient left hand side, right? So this is well defined, and phi is group homomorphism. So this is also trivial. Let's say if I take H1 H2, it map to H1 H2 K, then phi of H1 map to H1 K, phi of H2 map to H2 K. Then obviously to the right hand side that H1K, H2K view as a quotient group will be just H1, H2K. So these are also trivial. And phi is surjective. Because this element is just writing as HK for H in H. So whatever H you have, so each H just map to HK. So this is surjective by definition. So the non-trivial calculation may be let's say kernel. So what's the kernel? Kernel are just HK, H, and HK equals to K. But this is just element in, so HK equals to K is equivalent to H belongs to K. But there's H here, right? So this set will just asking what's the intersection between K and H. Because this condition is H belongs to K, so it's H intersection K. So now we can use the isomorphism theorem. First isomorphism theorem tell you that the left hand side, this guy, so H quotient of kernel is isomorphic as a map, as the image. Right? So this is image, this is the quotient. Okay, nice. So this we proved the 1, 2, 3 isomorphism theorem. And actually there's a fourth one called the lattice isomorphism theorem. So this is the the next video we will call, sometimes people call it lattice isomorphism theorem. Next time we will prove it. So now we have a 1, 2, 3 isomorphism theorem, and we have the fourth one. So in the future video that I think these are very basic tool. If you want to do any group theory or you want to do something, and you should be able to, you should understand everything in detail. And no, these are like very fundamental.